Lionel Messi, quite possibly on the move. There is an article on the ESPN website right now. Mark Ogden, senior writer for ESPN FC, talking about Lionel Messi and where he could go. And it's looking increasingly likely that Lionel Messi could be on his way to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. PSG talks are breaking down at the moment. In terms of the runners and riders for Lionel Messi, and I know we all love Lionel Messi here, so we're sort of going to try and do him a solid here and try and just allow him to navigate this. So Lionel, if you are watching, just listen up now and make the appropriate moves from there on. So, there's a lot of money there. The reports suggest 400 million a year. Sounds good, doesn't it? He's obviously completed it when it comes to the World Cup and things like that. At PSG, he's done okay, but was booed at the Lyon game. Gave the ball away 26 times, and yeah, they weren't happy when it comes to that, and it does feel like it's breaking down. So you've got Al Hilal, you've got PSG, you've got the Premier League if he fancies it, but I haven't seen anything from that. Man City's always been kind of mooted, hasn't it, a little bit, but Barcelona feels like the obvious romantic pull here. Barcelona are struggling when it comes to their finances and don't know where they're going with this. If you're Lionel Messi, Pien, what are you doing here?
Well, because I'm a romantic and I like a nice story, I would go back to Barcelona. If this is going to be the end of his footballing professional career, why not end it at Barcelona? Although I say that, and I do find, that there are times where players go back and it doesn't quite work out, and you don't want to ruin a brilliant legacy. I don't think that will be the case for Lionel Messi. I think he has, the legacy that he's left at Barcelona will never be forgotten. He will be the greatest player of all time, for pretty much forever in Barcelona's history, I think. I like the idea of him going back to Barcelona to have that, final goodbye. I know he had it already and that whole thing, but, if you know that you're coming to the end, that, why not just have one final hoo-ha, I suppose. And
forgive me, a £350 million a year package from, according to this article from Mark. Inter Miami as well have been chatting to him as well. It's funny, isn't it, when you kind of get to this point, you talk about sort of goodbyes.
I could see him go to America.
Yes, well, I think that is obviously an option for him. I think it's the Barcelona element. It does pull at the heartstrings, doesn't it? And also from a tactical point of view, obviously played with Xavi. Xavi has supposedly been having sort of these phone calls with him, which is lovely, isn't it? Imagine he's just picking up the phone to Lionel Messi. Tactically, that's a team that holds the ball, enjoys possession. And for a Lionel Messi that is probably not has the same desire to run like he previously did, that tactically feels like a good fit. But in terms of goodbyes or hellos, a bit of both, I guess. If he does go to Saudi Arabia, it opens up a reunion with Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think that plays any part in his thinking here?
I don't think so. When the money's that large, it's so difficult. I can imagine. Not that he needs the money, but I'm the same as Pien. Like, I'd love to see him back in a Barcelona shirt. Nothing he can do there is going to ruin any legacy. And I'd love the idea of him and Xavi just having a phone call, like, "Come on, mate, come back, just one more year." And honestly, he could go to Barcelona, and a winning Barcelona team. They're going to win the La Liga this year, I'd say. So it's not like a Barcelona team how he left them. He's going back and he can probably win a couple more trophies in a Barcelona shirt. Those offers are still going to be there for Lionel Messi in a year or two. He's 35. He's maybe got a year of being able to really, really impact games. Maybe 2 years where he can still be a big factor for a Barcelona, which I think he still would be.
Yeah.
Those offers are still going to be there for Lionel Messi in 2 years.
How can he, though, can he end a career having not played in the Premier League? Come on.
I think it's a very good point.
Come on.
I think you can't throw that into the
Even if it's just like,
debate.
I don't know, from the summer to January, I don't know. Just have one experience of the Premier League. Give us all the enjoyment of watching Lionel Messi week in, week out in the Premier League. How amazing would that? No idea who would go to.
I think Man City is the only option for something like that. But you would imagine imagine him and Haaland. What are you going to do then? Like, that is horrible. Yeah. Try and fit in both those. It has to be, from a football point of view, like I think that's a great point. He is running out of time. Those moves are always there. The Barcelona, again, I keep coming back to the tactical point of it. He cannot...
Newcastle?
Newcastle,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
That'd be
but
great.
they need a statement signing. They need a statement signing. I'm not sure Anthony Gordon was it. If he does go to Barcelona, again, I just think for a team that dominates the ball the way that they do, that's been the problem with PSG, is that you are, to a point, carrying him. Like we saw him at the World Cup. What was so huge about it was that, one, it's a far more conservative style of football. There's a lot less chemistry when it comes to international football. And you had a team that ran for him. Like, incredibly so. So he needs to be in a team that dominates. PSG in the league, you'll be able to do that. But when it gets to the Champions League, that feels like a little bit different. But I think they lean so far into that style of play with Xavi that's why they've conceded so few goals, because they literally just own the football all the time. And I just think that works really well for Lionel Messi. He can walk around like he does, like we like watching him walk about and do his thing. Bottom line is, it comes to simple facts of finance, isn't it? Can you walk away from 350 million a year?
I wonder if how Ronaldo's move has gone down. Maybe he does pick up on that. Maybe a few people, because I wouldn't say that's been a six. I mean, Ronaldo's probably happy picking up whatever he's picking up, playing there, but it's not done him any good, especially the way he left and where he ended up. I think Messi's completed everything. He's the greatest player of all time.
Apart from the Premier League.
Yes,
apart
keep
from,
banging that drum.
apart from Pien, if we keep going, we might get him there, but it's unlikely.
And I think, does he want to? He would go, I've won it. I've won that argument. That argument is finished.
Done.
Why go and return to that in any way, shape or form, where you can maybe chuck something out there where Ronaldo scored more goals in this league than Messi? But again, 350 million pound a year. Are we all walking away from that? It's going to be very, very, very tricky for him to do so.
Can't put a price on love. And I think he still loves.
If he really loves Pien, he'll come to the Premier League.
Yeah.
He still loves.
I don't even care who he plays for. Just as long as we can watch him. Just one final. Yeah, anyone. Come on.
Okay, right, guys. Where should he go? Look, I'll make it harder for you. I think the obvious one's Barcelona. If it's not Barcelona, and it might not be because they might not be able to have the finances to get it done, where should he go? Let us know in the comments down below.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.